9. 9 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 72. 82 roses. Who does not want to be? Honestly, thank you for the 82 roses, my dear Juanson. Absolutely love them, sweetie. Love box number 5 is now open. A little quick, math calculation, 4th grade. There we go. It's like I'm continuing homework from earlier. Hey. Alrighty, so love box is open. Yeah, okay, let's just make that kind of disappear. And here we go. You want to have messages? Let's go and see. Then I'm going to move on forward to Mimi. So for Diane, we are going to go at 2 minutes. And here we go. So what kind of messages do we have from Matthew and Samantha? Here we go. Up next is going to be our beautiful Julie, by the way, followed out by Mimi. So Julie and Mimi are going to be the following readings. And we might need to leave some timestamps. I'm not sure if our beautiful Julie is with us. And Mimi across the world is usually not. So we'll leave one for her too. All right, sweetie pies, what do we have? I do have over here our Page of Wands. I feel as though both conjointly together, I feel as though Matthew and Samantha are looking for some type of movement forward, some type of positive movement, any type of movement, quite frankly. Movement, all right? So they're a little bit like you. They're looking for movement. So if you want something to happen, let's make something happen. Let's contact. Let's talk. Let's make things move along, all right? They're looking for something. You're looking for something, but nothing is quite happening at this moment. So I'm getting a lot of talk. No action. It's time to bring things in action. All right, so let's work towards that. There's a lot of multitasking. There's a lot of things that are going on. I need you guys to focus a little bit onto what needs to be done. So let's focus onto that so we can actually go and get what it is that we want out of this relationship. And it's going to be important. Fast thinking. A lot of things happening at a fast moment. So basically, that's what I'm getting from Matthew and Samantha. Head to red. Can I answer your question? Not right away, but it is nice to see you, sweetie. Please do subscribe and like. And every 5 new subscribers, we do give out a free reading. So be patient and loving and sweet. Hi, my beautiful Julie. Don't go too far. You're going to be on up right in a moment, all right? I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing, sweetie? All right, so what I'm getting over here from Matthew is wondering where this relationship and how this relationship is going to move on forward. I feel as though Matthew wants things to move on forward, but is kind of looking upon how, like which kind of actions to take. And that's a little bit what I actually saw into the messages with Samantha and Matthew. So I'm going to say it's probably a little bit important over here to try to do a little bit of a powwow between Matthew and Samantha to see what's going to be the next steps. What are the best steps for you guys to make next? How do you move on forward? You have to plan these things, my sweetie pies. All right? I don't know, sweetie. That's a completely different question. So, all right. Yes, my dear Sean. Getting over here from Matthew. I miss you. Do you miss me? I would do absolutely anything for you. I am into a need of more balance, though. And you do make my heart completely full. Thank you, my beautiful love. That's asking for a bit much, ain't it? As we move on forward over here to our dear Sean, messages. I really do need to hear from you. I don't really like being into the dark. We have so many things that we need to speak about into this relationship. I am very attracted to you. I can feel the chemistry building between us. And please, head to red. Do not spam or you will be blocked, sweetie pie. Do not spam. Thank you. Last time moving on forward, head to red. I love talking to you. I feel like I can tell you anything without being judged. It is my pleasure, my dear Sean, sweetie. Sean and Diane, sending you much love. Alrighty, so Lilith and Watson, you know what to do next. 2 times, 3 times, strike. Hello to Jose or Jose. Nice to see you. Nice to see you over there, my dear Watson. Beautiful MZ. Let's go and see what we've got. You have to meet on up for that, my beautiful Diane. You have to figure out a meetup. You guys have to meet up to be able to plan all those things. The sooner you're able to meet up, the better things will be and the quicker things will happen for you guys. But you need to have that meetup. MZ, give me just 1 second. Without the meetup, nothing shall happen, my beautiful. So Sean and Diane, you guys must contact and you must plan. If you contact and you plan, things will start happening. If there's no contact and there's no planning, things will remain the same. I can't do anything about that. Spirit can't neither. What's going to be important is to start having some forward movement. All right, sweetie pie? Very, very important. My beautiful MZ, here we go. We're going to go over here and then we're going to go and see our beautiful Mimi. So MZ followed out by Mimi. Thank you everybody for waiting so patiently. Don't forget to subscribe to have a chance at winning a reading. So here we go for MZ. Are you here with us, my sweet love? I know you want to have kids, my dear Sean, but it is so important that you guys meet on up. You've got to meet up to have following things happening. So figure out your meetup. Go to a cafe, go to a restaurant, go to the mall, go wherever it is that you want to go. Figure out when it's going to be best for everybody, and then you guys can start planning the future, and the future will be more clear for you guys. At this moment, the future will just continue to be kind of pushing on through your destiny because nothing is really happening at this moment. We need to take immediate action in order to have something into the future. So it is time to make the movement, my sweet loves. Julie, here we go, my love. I know, I got you. I know, Hanson. Thank you, my dear Sean. Alrighty, so what do we have for our beautiful Julie who is here with us now? I'm going to go to this one over here. Force. Okay. Okay. We're just going to go like this. Hi, Susan. Hi, sweetie pie. How are you doing, my beautiful love? It is nice to see you. How was your weekend? I hope your man was nice and sweet to you this weekend. Oh, I do hope he was. All right. Okay. Okie dokie. So you did send a third one out, but I'm going to start on off with the first 2 that you sent out, and then we're going to move on forward, okay? So, okay. All right, let's go and see for these ones over here. Let's go and pin that such as, and voila. So how are we feeling towards this? Let's start on off of there. No, he was acting nasty. Oh, what are we going to do with this man? What are we going to do with him, my beautiful Susan? I don't like that he's being nasty. I don't like that he's being mean. I don't like the way that he's been treating you. It's not fair, my love. I'm sorry, sweetie. All right, well, into the meanwhile, let's go and see what we have up here for our beautiful Julie. So, into your question saying that, his phone is definitely not necessarily, that he's using his phone, and you're wondering a little bit what's happening because he is definitely using his phone altogether. Um, Onto that, what I'm actually going to say is the following. So, I understand that it's very, very confusing. I understand that it can be really, really quite unsettling, also. Absolutely no doubt about it. What I'm going to say is this. I feel as though regarding Mike's phone and the undelivered message altogether, I feel like there's possible that there's like some type of technical issue, like his iMessaging either being turned off or some type of connectivity problems. I still do not believe that it has absolutely anything to do with an actual blockage. I do not see any blockages happening in any kind of a way. So I'm going to say sometimes these glitches, they happen even if they are actively using their device, other apps, social media, everything as such. So there is still no blockages happening onto my side altogether. Now, upon the actual possibility of somebody else, another woman that was blocking you, I'm going to go and see, but since I have not seen any women around him, I feel like it would be kind of strange if that was actually the case, if that was actually what was happening. So I do see a struggle over here coming from within him. I do see a little bit of paranoia coming within him. I do see him being a little bit stubborn, trying to figure things out. And I see him being a little bit stressed about a lot of things. And I mean, there's no, how could I say, I completely understand how he could be really, really stressed at this time being because of all the work, all the effort he has put, everything that has happened. I mean, not only just the social media aspect, but there's the fire, there's like a lot of things that are just building themselves up, and it's creating like a little bit of a volcano effect at this moment. I do not see indication about anybody else interfering on his behalf in any kind of a way. So I'm going to say that this is just a communication delay or some type of tech hiccup that is actually creating this all together. I do not feel like there's anything else that is coming on through that is creating whatever is happening at this moment. So I feel like we kind of need to let that bubble go. We don't want to pierce it because it's not going to give us what we need, because it's not really what it is that we actually think, or that we actually kind of feel that it is. So we need to release. We need to just kind of let it go. It's going to smooth itself out and everything is going to be able to make sense. I know that at this moment, it's unnerving, it's annoying, it's frustrating, it's all different kind of words. We can get into vulgar words. There's all different kind of things that are passing through your mind. I completely get it. Your mind, your soul, your heart. But it is none of all those things. It is just some type of glitch that is going on. And I don't necessarily feel like he wants to respond, but that has nothing to do with the fact that you have said something that you shouldn't have said. That is just really his way of responding. It is his way of acting, his way of being. He often doesn't respond to things, but that's just the little way that it is actually, right? So let me go see the behaviors and the intentions all together and just go and figure out what it is that we've got going on over there, okay? So here we go. Rhoda, to answer you, sweetie pie. Donations come first, and every 5 new subscribers, we do answer some free readings, sweetie, to answer your question. You want to be a musician badly? Well, then practice, my sweet love, and it shall be yours. Practice. Put your heart, put your soul, put everything you've got into it, and don't give up onto your dream, my love. Don't give up onto your dream. It happens. That being said, yes, thank you, my dear Juanson. The behaviors and the intentions. His recent social media activity does suggest that he is present. There is no doubt about it, that he is engaged into his online presence, but it does not mean I feel like he is preoccupied by that. I feel like he needs time to process a lot of things altogether. So I feel like he's basically putting his energy towards something that he feels is necessary into his attention right away. But it does not mean in any kind of a way that he doesn't love you, that he's not interested in you or anything as such. It just means that he is putting his attention into a different place at this moment that is somewhat diverted because he needs to take care of this at this moment. And that's a little bit the way that his brain works. It kind of, I don't want to say prioritize, but into his mind, it does what he believes is best to be done right away. And that's what he's actually working on at this moment, which does not mean at all that you're forgotten into it or that you're nothing. It just means that he's working onto this. And when he's done with that, then he'll come on over to do other things. But for the moment, I feel like we need to leave him a little bit into his space. I feel like that's a little bit where he needs to be. I feel like his clarifications will come on closer to him at that moment in time. Oh, I will, my beautiful Julie. Have no fear, sweetie. Absolutely, sweetie. No, he absolutely has not blocked you in any kind of way. Absolutely not, my beautiful Julie. He is definitely not purposely blocking anything in any kind of a way. Absolutely not. Thank you, my dear Juanson, sweetie. Thank you, my beautiful Susan. All right, hold on. And you were thinking, you say, about maybe just kind of pretending that nothing happened yesterday with a message. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me go see, my love. Let me go and see. I feel like at this moment, it's a little bit the way to go. How long is this actually going to be lasting? It's difficult to say at this moment, but I don't feel like I feel like your idea altogether seems to be quite present and seems to be quite, I seem to believe that it is a good idea, but let's go and see what Spirit has to say. All right. All right. Okay, so here we go. Now, up next, by the way, is our beautiful Mimi, followed up by Susan. So Mimi and Susan, again, thank you everybody for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, here we go. So, Sweetie Pie, what I will say for you is the following in regards to the last question that you have sent me. I feel like your approach of stepping back and giving that space to Mike is intuitive. I feel like it is aligned with what the situation actually needs at this moment. We looked at it and we kind of saw it into the other reading that we did when I said he kind of needs a little bit of his space at this moment. This is a little bit what he needs to work on through, but I kind of feel like we're still navigating through that. So I'm going to say Spirit's advice is, yes, let's leave him a little bit of room. Let's see where all of this is going to be going. But it's going to be really, really important, again, to work onto the patience, all right? The patience is going to be key over here for you. Patience and trust. The energy is suggesting that a pullback can create room for that clarity. It can allow Mike to process his feelings. And you, at the very same time, need to trust, and he needs to trust at the very same time, because one of your main issues is trust. So you both must trust that if the connection is meaningful enough, which it is, then he is going to reach out when he is ready to do so. So we're not necessarily pushing on back, we're actually moving on forward. The inner work that I can see over here. And to the meanwhile, I need you to work onto yourself, and I need him to work onto himself. Now, may it be through spells, may it be through meditation, may it be through self-care. This is about both of you guys making your energy stronger, more confident, so you can remain grounded regardless of any type of external circumstances that could be coming on through. Now, what I need you to do at the very same time is avoid overthinking. Same thing for him. I mean, if he was here, I would say the exact same thing. We must avoid the overthinking. It is natural to wonder about his silence, but try not to let it consume your thoughts. Stay into the present moment and engage into what brings you joy, what brings you peace altogether. All right? because the spirits over here are emphasizing that everything is going to unfold when it is actually meant to be so. So being quiet and being passive is really just allowing for the natural flow of events to take place without forcing any outcomes in any kind of a way. So basically, is it a good idea? Yes or no? It is wise, and it's actually going to be empowering to step on back, because then he doesn't have to do a little bit like we saw earlier. I said he was kind of hiding a little bit into his teacup. He no longer has to hide into his teacup. He must face his fears. He must trust the process. You must trust the process. You must go towards your inner strength. He has to do the exact same work. And then he's going to come on forward when the time is right. So is it actually a good idea? I will say yes for the moment. Well, that I don't know. That I would not necessarily say. I'm going to say let's just go day by day, my beautiful Julie. I'm not necessarily going to put a time onto it. It could be a week, it could be 2 weeks, it could be more, it could be less. I would not necessarily put, hello Laverne, sweetie, I would not necessarily put a time frame upon it, because a lot of things can change, a lot of efforts can change, a lot of thoughts can change. What is really important at this moment is that you focus on you focus on your wants, your desires, the love, the manifestations, the workings, all those things. He needs to focus on him. He needs to focus on his healing. He needs to focus on how he wants to move on forward and how he's actually going to be doing it. But he does need a little bit of his own space in order to do that. So by you working on you, him working on him, and we're kind of doing some workings together in order to have all those blockages removed, we're going to end up getting the type of situation and the type of ending that everybody pretty much wants. But it's just that at this moment, everybody needs a little bit of that self-care, that self moment. Too many things happening at the very same time. Everything just became a little bit chaotic. And it's like we don't really know where to go, what to think. And there's too many thoughts, too many energies, too many things. And it's creating issues for you because of those nightmares and everything and such. And it's creating issues for him because he's feeling more stressed about everything also. Yeah, no, 4 months. 4 months is way too long. I do not feel, and I do not see anything of the such. Absolutely not. But I do feel like it is important to. I do feel like it is important to move on forward with the knowledge of what we're looking for. Move on forward with the patience of what's going to be on up next. I do not see a 4 months. I do not see that in any kind of a way. And I'm really just going to say, let's go week by week. All right. Every single day, the energies change. And we're going to be working on helping that energy at the very same time so it gives us what it is that we want. So let's work on to that. Absolutely, my beautiful Julie. I'm not letting you go in any kind of a way. I will continue to do those workings for you every single day, and we will modify them according to the dreams, to the feelings, to the energy, to what he's doing, to what he's posting, how things are going, if he reaches out, if he does, like all these things. We're just going to adjust what it is that we need to adjust as we're going on through. And that, I believe, is the best way to go. We can't plan 2-3 months ahead. We got to go by every single day. Too many changes, too many modifications. We have to adjust. So at this moment, we're into an adjustment period. But an adjustment period does not mean an end. It means we're adjusting. And we always need to adjust. You have adjusted so many times into the past. And what do we always get? We always get it back. We always get them right back in every single time. Why? Because you guys are meant to be together. Why? Because you guys love each other. But there's just so many things that kind of come into the way. We need to remove them. And that's what we're going to be working on. That's it. Day by day, sweetie pie. Hi, Elaine, love. Day by day. That's what we're working on. No, absolutely not. We do not want another cycle like this. No. No, we do not. And we're going to be working not to have it, my love. I'm going to do every single thing that I possibly can to try to help you on through this. I know that you're going to do everything that you possibly can. And we're going to work through this. We're going to work through this. I am of the firm belief that everything is possible. And oh my God, have we seen some things, my beautiful Julie? Have you? If you look at every single thing that has happened between you guys, My God, I think you guys went almost a whole year without talking to each other. And look at how much you got, you know, into the last 2, 3 months, how things have just kind of exploded. This is just the beginning of what we can do. And we're not going to end on up. We've got those big chicken legs of an arms. We're going to go and do it because we've got it. Absolutely. Yes. Mm-hmm. No doubt. I'm not letting go in any kind of a way. No, I'm not. I know, 1 year not meeting and not much talking, but now we're switching things up. There's no more of that. There's no more of that. There's no more of I send a message and I get an answer a month later. No way. Mm-mm. There is a lesson to be learned into this, and I touched ground with it a little bit into your reading earlier when I said that it's really important for you guys to find yourselves, all right? To believe into each other, to have trust into each other. That is so very important, my love. All right? Thank you, Elaine. I like it when people say I'm right. But basically, I'm going to say it's not a question about me being right or not. It's a question of trust. You guys have always had a little bit of these fluctuations kind of going in, kind of going out because of the relationship being a little bit turbulent every once in a while and because of his own emotional issues. But we always manage to bring things back. But there is always one main idea and one main thread that is always there that has not yet been resolved on both sides. And it is the trust into the outcome. It is trusting into the love. If you trust into the love, everything will be happy and everything will be possible from that point on. Absolutely, my love. Absolutely, sweetie. You've got this. Yes, you do. And let me know if you need me for anything else, okay, sweetie? Into the meanwhile, I'm going to go and see our beautiful friend Mimi. Mimi is going to be needing a timestamp. And Mimi is going to be, please, at 28 minutes. So Mimi is at 28 minutes. And here we go. All right. So, Mimi, my love, hold on. I just have to go and get your questions. Give me one brief second. And here we go. Your sweetie pie for my dad. Thank you, my sweet love. I shall keep you updated on what is happening at some point in time, but so far it's okay. So far it's okay. I know everything is always projected onto you, and it is very, very unfair, right? You say, is there another chance still you will go? Yeah, I know. Because you got an event in the afternoon. I know, I know. All right, let's go and see what we've got, sweetie. All these people, right? Okay. Okay. And you're always there for everybody who's around you. I do have to say it is quite notable. It is. So let's go and figure this out together, all right? Here we go. Hi, Jonathan. Nice to see you. Okay. Oops. Hold on. Let me do that. Okay, so here we go for Mimi. Okay. So what I'm going to say for the moment is going to be this, all right? So many witches, Mike. Ooh la la. Who said I'm a witch? Is it the laugh? Did I say I was a witch? Who said I was a witch? Oh, maybe it's the witch into the background. It doesn't mean I'm a witch, though. Witches can be beautiful, beautiful people, sweetie. That being said, my dear Mimi, yes, you definitely have had a very full day in so many different kind of ways. Hello, fully. I know. I know. There's all different kind of witches. You got to be careful. I'm not a bad one. So you have definitely had, my beautiful Mimi, a very full day. Between managing responsibilities, professional commitments, everything of the such, my dear God, I mean, you're just balancing everything, but I do have to say, you're balancing things into the most graceful, beautiful way. But let me just go and see what I got over here, okay? That could be full your freedom. It could be, sweetie, fulfill your. No. Yeah, the Wizard of Oz is something. Or they saw the Wizard of Oz, but they saw the Wicked Witch. All right, so your boss CH and MT's thoughts and feelings yesterday. I'm actually going to have to say boss CH and MT's feelings, well, thoughts and feelings for yesterday. They saw your dedication, they saw your effort. They feel like you're handling personal matters while attending. Well, you handling personal matters while attending the event shows your commitment, which does definitely not go unnoticed. CH and MT, they still have their walls all the way up, but your actions are actually going to speak quite volume towards your work, your ethic, and your reliability altogether. So, if we move on forward to Jocelyn and her boss's thoughts about you. I feel as though Jocelyn, her boss, probably kind of observed how well you handled everything despite the busy schedule that you're into. And I feel like they admire your ability to stay composed and to stay professional. So I'm going to say congrats, sweetie. This event might have left the most beautiful, positive impression upon them about you. Absolutely. That being said, we're going to go and check out Mr. Harry. Yeah. Not all wicked witches are born. You're absolutely right. No, often they turn wicked along the time. It is people who turn them quite wicked, ain't it? You're absolutely right, Johnson. Absolutely right. Yes. I agree with you 1,000,000%. I don't believe anybody is born a bad apple. I believe we kind of turn that way sometimes because of the way people have treated us, and it's the only way that we can actually turn towards, which I'm still going to say is not a good way to turn towards, but it happens. That being said, oh, I know, Hanson. Because she really was good at some point in time. Thank you, Glenn, sweetie. So, Mr. Harry, his thoughts, feelings, and actions all together. Ooh, Mr. Harry. I think I like to call him Harry now today. Mr. Harry seems to be onto a little bit into his own world at this moment. There is a sense that I feel like he occasionally kind of thinks about you. He wonders what you're doing. He misses you, but he's kind of hesitant to reach out. But he's hesitant to reach out because of his own reasons, which I'm going to say are important because there are his reasons. Are they important for you? Probably not. Are they important for him? Yes, they are. So I'm going to say it's going to be important to stay patient, and he could reply whenever he's ready to do so. So I'm going to say don't look at your phone every 2 minutes, which I know that you're going to be looking every once in a while because a beep and a sound and a tweet and a God knows what means who knows what of who wrote who. But at some point in time, he will end up writing on back towards you. Is what he is going to be writing on back exactly what you want to hear? Probably not, but I hope so, my sweet love. The thing is, he keeps on reaching on out. You keep on reaching on out. So the hope is always there. But it's just that there's no actual movement towards a future. So we're just kind of staying there, stagnant, nothing really moving. And if you're okay with that, you can stick around there for a little while to see what he's going to do and how he's going to move on forward. But for the moment, I want to say a little bit of stagnation, sweetie. Yeah. Absolutely. I know you want some messages from your sweetie pie, so let me go and give you some messages. And tonight, should we go with the blunt? Should we? Let's blunt. Let's blunt away. The blunt it shall be. Alrighty, I'm gonna go and see our beautiful friend Susan right after. So, have you moved on? Sometimes I'm a little bit worried. I'm sorry for some things that I have said. I want you to know that you are always into my dreams. Now, I don't know which camera you're looking at, which one you're going to be into. You're probably going to be on this one. I am going through somewhat of an awakening, so I'm going to put it on this one. That's what I'm going to do. I see signs about you absolutely everywhere. And I'm wondering, can you actually accept me the way that I am? Don't try to modify me. Take me the way that I am. Is that good for you? Something to be seen. Something to be seen. All right, let me go and see our... Hey, Elaine, sweetie pie, you are busy. What is... Ha, 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 ha. I missed all that. There's a lot of ha, ha. At least a jolly one. What is that? I am a jolly witch. Although if you get me on a bad day, I'm a nasty witch. It depends what kind of day you get me on. Or what you've done to me. Ooh la la. All right. Thank you so very much for your beautiful donation, sweetie. Thank you, my beautiful Diane, for your caramel cappuccino. Elaine, your questions are going to be over there. I've got you. I'm going to go and see Elaine. I'm going to go and see Susan, and I'm going to be right with you right after. So here we go for... Here we go for Susan. All right. So Susan, it shall be. And Susan's going to be at 38 minutes because I have to go and read. That's what I got to do. All righty. So let's go see what we've got for or from our beautiful Susan. What is this? I don't want it. All right. Okie dokie. So, let me just go do this over here. Yes, let's just block this. It's annoying. Okay. Susan, love. Let's go and find you right over here. Susan. So what is he thinking and what is he feeling about you? You wrote failing instead of feeling, and I feel like he's failing. I feel like the actual word that you wrote is not necessarily a mistake. I feel like that's exactly what he is doing. Yeah. No, she is not onto this feed. She is drive-by donations, Watson. You know that. She's been on drive-by donations for 3 years now. We've got her onto a timestamp. I think she is permanently onto the drive-by donations. Yes. So what is he thinking and what is he feeling about you? Let's go and figure that out. What is he thinking and what is he feeling about you? Alrighty. Oh, la 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 la. Mental recovery. Self-absorbed. Yes. Me, myself, and I. I know Love Shine's not here. And it's no reference to you. Simply because I said me. But it has nothing to do with you. That being said, my beautiful Susan. He's thinking about himself. He's thinking about his movement on forward. He wants to make some progress towards you, towards a relationship, but not necessarily knowing how to do so. I feel like he's always a little bit into that mental recovery. Therefore, there's always something he kind of has to do better with. It's like there's always something that's a little bit off or a little bit wrong, and he kind of figures that he's got to do better, that he's got to do this or he's got to do that. So there's always a little something that's a little bit annoying in some kind of a place. What I will say for you is going to be the following, sweetie. Towards you, he doesn't want to let you go. He doesn't want to let the connection go. He doesn't want to let the love go. So is he still holding on and wanting and desiring Absolutely. I mean, he's not going anywhere, sweetie pie. If anybody goes anywhere, it's going to be you. You're going to be the one who's going to be deciding at one point in time into this relationship that you've had enough, that he's not putting enough time in. He is never going to do it. Never, ever, 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 ever. This is about you, how you move on forward and what you do. Him, he's going to continue to love you. He's going to continue to hold on to you. But at this moment, he's got a little bit of the best of both worlds. So he has you, he has his daughter. It doesn't cost him all that much. But he also gets to go around, have fun with his friends, with the ex, everything. Like, he has no reason to exit this relationship. If he exits, it's going to end up costing him more money. And he'll end up losing you. And he'll end up seeing a little bit less his daughter, which are all things that he absolutely doesn't want. So it is all into his best interest to keep things going the way that they are going at this moment, which I know they're not going into the way that you would like them to, but this is the best solution that he has at this moment. I know, sweetie. Thank you, my beautiful Elaine. I believe that I just received your email, sweetie. So, yeah, because he's been at, he cuts the phone, he cuts the phone off. He might not cut his phone off by himself, sweetie. Honestly, my phone cuts me off at 11 o'clock too. It puts me on bedtime. They say, Lisa, it's time to go to bed. You got to wake up tomorrow morning, go to sleep. And I have to actually manually deactivate it every 30 minutes if I want to use it after. So I get it. I don't necessarily believe that, it's an 11 o'clock kind of thing, like he's blocking it and nothing is happening after. That being said, I do not necessarily see him sleeping with anybody at this moment. So what he has been up to, has he been sleeping with anybody or anybody been sleeping into his bed? I'm going to say into the last few days since we have talked, no, I do not see that, my love. He cuts off the phone, right? Like the phone dies. Or 2 o'clock, like the phone dies itself or whatever. Yeah, no. I don't necessarily feel like he's onto the phone at that time. Now, is the ginger lady there at this moment? I do not believe that ginger lady is there at this moment. I do not believe that she's been there for the last 2-3 days. So I'm going to say he's ginger free since the last few days. All right. Yeah. Are you giving me a hot chocolate, or is that an angry hot chocolate pillow thing with googly eyes? What the heck is that, Watson? I want to combine. Honestly, I want to do like a mathematical equation with your emojis. Googly eyes followed out, but I think that's a cushion or a hot chocolate. I don't know which one it is. Seriously. What is that, Watson? Hello, my beautiful Stacy. Thank you, my love. I hope you had an okay. I hope you had a great weekend, but I know that your weekend was not great. I hope that it was okay then, my beautiful Stacy. Stacy, you're going to be up right after Elaine, so in about 10 minutes or so, okay, my love? Thank you for your donations, sweetie pie. Now, if not, is it his ex? No, he hasn't been with anybody in the last 2-3 days. Nobody. Niente, nobody, person, my beautiful. Yeah, no, he has not been having socks in the last few days, which I'm going to say hallelujah for him not having socks. Yes, I'm sure he's not saying hallelujah, but I am. It's a pillow with hot chocolate. That makes no sense. Why would you have a pillow with a hot chocolate? Okay, I could kind of figure out the whole thing, but the pillow and the hot chocolate still don't make sense. A hot chocolate with marshmallows makes sense. A hot chocolate maybe with a blanket makes sense. A hot chocolate and a pillow with I don't know. I feel like there's missing elements to your emoji, Juanson. I feel like we need to redesign them. That's what I think. They're just not making sense into my crazy witchy Aries brain. Yeah. Ginger, what is Ginger thinks that you guys are into an open relationship, sweetie. She thinks that, she thinks that it's an open relationship, but you don't want to hear about it. So that's why nobody can actually open it up and say, oh, I was with Andrew or whatever, if you guys ever meet on up. Yeah, that's what happens with it. You think about her because you blocked her. I would like to too. That reminds me in Mice or Rats. What movie is that? That they turn people in mice. Hocus Pocus. There's a Hocus Pocus where they turn people in mice and rats. That's what it is. One of the first ones. I know. I know they're pissing you off. I know, my sweetie. If you can send them all the way to the moon and further, you would. He's been acting like a. I can't say it, but I want to say it. Oh my God, I want to say it, Susan, but I will not say it until live. But I love the way that you described how he's actually doing and what he is doing. Oh my dear God. That's all he gave you, right? He's giving it to Ginger and he's giving it to the ex-wife. I know. Now, I do have to say, my beautiful Susan, that your chat ended at to tell me, oh, that's all I got. I don't know what else you said after that. So it has to do about paying your story and then to tell me, oh, I don't know what comes on through after that, sweetie pie. So if there's anything that I'm not answering, it's not because I didn't see it or because I don't want to, or God knows what. I'm just not seeing the questions. It kind of cuts you off onto that. That being said, he's giving the money to the ex and he's giving money to Ginger, and a lot of the money is actually going towards, those substances that he shouldn't be using that he's using. Yeah, going towards that. That being said, my sweet love, I don't know what else you want to know. I do know because I know normally what it is that you ask for, but I don't know if there's anything specific that you're looking for more. That being said, for you, my sweetie pie, you're still into the same place. Nothing will happen within this relationship until you actually decide that something will happen. But for you to decide that something will happen, you have to find the opportunities onto your side to make things happen, to make your life happen to the way that you would like it to, where you're able to move on forward in happiness and to some type of financial security. Until then, I still kind of feel like you're a little bit stuck into this rut, and this rut kind of sucks because he's not giving you what it is that you need. I don't know. And I'm sure that you have tried. I'm sure that you have tried to talk with him, but is there a possibility that maybe you guys could talk onto a different kind of a level, into a different kind of way to try to figure out how to mend these issues and these problems? Because you do love him and he does love you, but I mean, he's got to let go of a lot of bad habits that he has. Is he willing to let go of those bad habits to be with you? That's going to be what is really, really important for you to figure out, sweetie pie, for you and for your beautiful angels, sweetie. Let me give you an angel message along the way, okay? So here we go. The angels, my beautiful, see your efforts and remind you that your strength and resilience do not go unnoticed. Trust that everything is unfolding in beautiful divine timing, even when it feels quite uncertain. Stay grounded in love and faith, and the answers you seek, they will come towards you. And here we go. What is that? What am I getting? All right. Well, usually, my beautiful Elaine, it's one question, $5, but I know that you usually send more. But yeah, so usually for 20, it would be like 4 to 5 questions. But let me go and see what you've got going on. So let's go see for our beautiful and my dear, beautiful Susan. I am going to say, love you, sweetie. If you need me in any kind of way, let me know. Okay? Always here for you, sweet one. We're going to go and see our beautiful Elaine. Then we're going to go and see our lovely friend Stacy. So Stacy, don't go too far, okay? Yeah, that could be definitely something you could do, Juanson. You could definitely do that. You could use the power of the sword. Yeah. Oh, that is so cute, Juanson. Oh, I like that. All right. Okay, so here we go for our beautiful Elaine, and we're going to go over here. So, Let's start off over here. Let me just go and read. Alrighty. So, Elaine, my love, the first question. The first question is related to a dream, from what I can see. Okay. So, we're going to start on off with the dream. All right. That's going to be the first thing. Let's start off with that. Hold on. And Stacy, you're on up next. Okay. Okay, so the dream altogether. I feel like the bright TV screen actually symbolizes a lot of clarity, a lot of enlightenment. I feel like the dark surroundings actually suggest a little bit of a lack of an understanding or a different type of hidden emotions among the people that are actually around you. Now, why appearing into the brightness and wearing a black sweater actually represents her hesitation, her fear that I feel is actually influenced by her environment or the people that are actually surrounding her. Now, the sweater turning red during the hug, I feel symbolizes more of a transformation in emotions, such as love, passion, connection. And I feel like that is actually triggered by the interaction. So the heartbeat actually signifies somewhat of a deep emotional or somewhat of a spiritual bond altogether. If we move on to the spiritual phenomena, the flashes of light, the touches, the orb, we're going to go and see that. All right. Thank you, everybody, for your beautiful patience, and thank you for joining us tonight. So, if we go towards the orbs and the flashing of lights and the spiritual touches often indicate a heightened connection with the spiritual energies or the guides that are actually surrounding you. So, I feel like the dark blue orb actually symbolizes your intuition. I'm going to speak about your protection. And I feel like there is a calming presence that is a little bit kind of suggesting that you're being guided or kind of a little bit reassured during this phase in time. Now, these experiences I feel kind of reflect your growing spiritual awareness and your connection to those higher realms altogether. So it is more about your connectedness. It is more about a certain reassurance. And it's about how you're reflecting, you're connecting onto different type of levels more than anything else. So it has a lot to do with your heightened connection with those spiritual energies. The hearing of number 25 or 26 is actually coming more from, I'm going to say, a divine and a subconscious communication altogether. The number 25 or 26 could be related to different dates, ages, sequences that are potentially indicating somewhat of a timeline for a job offer or different important opportunities coming towards you. So what I need you to do is I need you to trust your intuition. I need you to remain open to those different type of signs because they could definitely be guiding you towards that new path or that new decision. And all these will be coming within the combination of the number 25 or 26. So they're very important messages that are actually coming onto your way. Let me go see how you're doing over here. Yeah. So look out for those dates. They are going to be quite important for you, okay? Now, hold on. Now, what is your mission in terms of creativity? The first thing I'm actually going to say is for you, yourself, to find yourself, to find your niche, to find, and to follow it also, because what is good for you now might not be good for you in 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And so if you stick around with what's working for you at this moment, and you're happy with it, perfect. But maybe in 10 years, you're no longer going to be happy with it and you're still going to stick around because you think, hey, it's doing the job. So what I will actually say is your mission to this lifetime regarding your creativity is to channel your unique gifts. What actually inspires to heal and to uplift others. Your creativity is going to serve as a bridge between the physical, the spiritual realm at the very same time, but also allowing you to express the deeper truths and the emotions that resonate with those that are around you. Now, this could be storytelling, it could be art, it could be music, it could be within the work that you're looking for, within your passions. Follow your intuition along the way. Your purpose is not only to create, but to spark transformation connections. So whatever it is that you're doing at any point in time, may it be right away, in 5 years, 7 years, 15 years, as long as it sparks that transformation and it brings a connection for you, that is what is important, because encouraging others to see the beauty and meaning into their own lives, that's what's going to be important. That is what is transformative. So you need to trust into your talents because they are divinely guided and they're going to bring light and understanding into a lot of what you're going to be doing. So honestly, above all, if there's anything that you need to remember is trust, channel your unique gifts, inspire, uplift yourself, uplift others, create something that is completely different, spark that transformation, create the connection that you wish to connect with people in the manner that you wish to. May it be within your portfolio at this moment, may it be into a different kind of way into the future. You talked about your creativity, but your creativity comes through different forms. It's not just necessarily in regards to work. So make sure that it is always transformative. Make sure that your connection is there. Make sure that you are inspiring yourself or others along the way, and you will be good. Absolutely. And that's what you've got to do, my lovely. It is my great pleasure, my beautiful Elaine, sweetie pie. Thank you for your patience, my sweet one. Do we have our beautiful Stacy who is somewhere around? Stacy, let us know if you are here. And if you are, you can post your question. Here we go. Yeah, you want to see how he's feeling. So how are you doing, my love? How are you doing with everything that's going on? I know that it's been quite difficult for you. Are you holding up in an okay kind of a way? Okay. So let's go see. How is he feeling? And what are things actually moving on forward? Okay, dokie. So your creativity does be even and odd, could be music. Absolutely, my beautiful Elaine. It is not only within your actual work that you're doing at this moment, sweetie. It definitely does fluctuate. It could be different things altogether, sweetie. You have to follow your intuition. You have to follow your wants and your desires. It could be music. It could be singing. It could be dancing. It could be inspiring. That's what you've got to do. It's got to be transformative into a certain kind of way. And you have to follow your soul. Absolutely, Elaine. My dear, beautiful Stacy, sweetie. I know. You heard music once, and for you, I know it's music, my love. From what I can see over here for you, sweetie pie, he's doing okay. I'm not gonna say he's doing fantastic. I'm gonna say he's doing okay. He's looking to figure out what the right answers are going to be for him. So he's looking for his own justice, if you will, his own answers. So he's looking for his answers at this moment in time, but has not yet found his answers. I feel like he is into a place where he's basically within himself. I don't want you to think that he's going out and he's going partying and he's doing so many different things. Absolutely not. It's a roller coaster, right? I know you want off of it. It's a horrible one. The good news is he's not running away. He's not going anywhere. He's still there, all right? He's not moving anywhere in any kind of a way. I feel like he's into a place of contemplation. I feel like he's trying to figure out things, but still does not have his answers, sweetie pie. I want him to have his answers, but he doesn't. He does not have any more answers than when you actually started the break. He knows that he loves you, and he knows that he still wants to be with you, but he doesn't have the solutions. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to make things better. I feel like he does have also some resentment. So there is some resentment towards things that have happened into the past, right? So there is some lingering resentment that is there. I do feel like he has a lot of stress. I do feel like he's a little bit like you into that roller coaster, feeling like he's a little bit burnt out of everything. But honestly, my love, he still loves you. He still wants to offer you that relationship. He's still not going anywhere. He's not ending this relationship in any kind of way. He still loves you and he still wants you. He's on to as much as a roller coaster as you are. And I don't know if you have gained any answers through all this, but he definitely has not yet. He has not. All he knows is he loves you. He still wants to be with you, but he doesn't have any answers. So I'm going to say it's going to be important for you guys into the time that you have remaining onto this break to try to have some type of breakthrough written on down. What is good, what is not good, how to move on forward, what needs to be changed, so you guys can really exchange about this. It would be a pity for you guys to take this break and to end up sitting on up into a cafe and talking about the break or over the phone or meeting on app and saying, well, you know what, I know that I love you, but I don't really have any more answers. That would be a pity. It's really, really important to analyze the relationship. What's good, what's not, what needs to be changed, how I can change, how things need to be changed. All different kind of aspects need to be looked and analyzed throughout this time. This is not just a time to say, I'm going to go and do my own things and you do your things and we'll talk in 30 days. No. It's a time of I'm thinking about myself, I'm pampering myself, I'm enjoying myself, I'm trying to do things that do me good, that are positive for me. But into the in-between, I do also need to take a little bit of introspection and figure out how to make things better for me. Because at the end of this break, you guys are going to have to sit down, talk, and figure out what the future is going to be. And you don't want to end up back into, well, we'll take another 3 weeks off. Or no, that is not the answer. Yeah, I know, my love. Now, my beautiful Stacy, what I'm wondering over here is the following. Hi, my beautiful love shine. Nice to see you, sweetie. You're going to be on up. Actually, if you want to post your questions right away, you're going to be on up right after, sweetie. And after love shine, I'm going to go and see Elaine's other question. I got you, my beautiful Elaine. I'll be with you shortly, sweetie pie. Love shine. You can post your questions if you want to. It is nice to see you, sweetie. So what I'm going to say for you is this. It is really, really important, my love. It is so important. I hope that you guys have set some goals before having this break. Like, we need to do this and we need to do that. Why? Because this is what you guys need to do. And if you guys don't really have, you're just taking a break and you're going to meet on up in a few weeks, you might not necessarily do the same work. You might be putting more work in than he is because he's not really knowing or expecting what it is that he should do and what you should do. And so I don't want that to create another misunderstanding. But I definitely I don't want you reaching on out towards him at this moment, because last time already kind of created a conflict. If it happens again, it's going to create like another conflict. So I'm going to say let the time go on by. And whenever the break is over, you guys try to chit chat and figure out what is best. But it is truly, truly important. The reason for those like 21 or 28 days are there for a reason. If you only go a week or 2 weeks, it is not enough to actually know how your life is without the person. It is not enough for you to reconnect within your thoughts, within your wants, within your desires. It is not enough time. And that is why scientifically it is 21 or 28 days. You can do what you want into all of that. It is entirely your life, my sweet love. But that is what is recommended. And I do not recommend reaching on out along the way. You need to let it be. You need to let it go. You need to know that he's still loving you, and that into his mind, when this break is over, you guys are still together. And that is very positive. So hold on to that. You do the work that you need to do onto your side, because you know what you need to do. And let's see how this all goes, right? What did he text you about, sweetie? If he texts you, I don't know what he texts you about. If you feel like it's important and you want to say, hey, do you want to end this right away and do you want to talk about it? Then you can definitely do that. But that's entirely up to you. If he texts you, you can either reply to him, I want to fulfill this break and we'll talk when all of this is over. Or you answer him, you guys try to figure things out. It's entirely up to you at this point in time, sweetie pie. Yeah. Oh, are you going out of town, Love Shine? Ooh la la. Ooh la 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 la. With fairies and hearts, Love Shine. Okay, well, that's all good, sweetie. That's all perfect. My beautiful Stacy, you can heart that and say thank you and just leave it the way that it is. It's up to you, Stacy. I don't want to tell you what it is that you need to do. It is entirely up to you, right? You can either send back a message or just leave it the way that it is. All right. I would definitely send something back, Stacy, but I would not necessarily write back. I would send out like a little heart saying, well, the heart is like, thank you. I appreciate your message. A heart or a kiss, something of the such, and just leave it the way. That opens up saying, I still love you. I'm thinking of you. I appreciate so much what you sent to me, but you're still sticking to what you guys said that you're going to be doing. But if you've had enough about this and you think he's had enough, then you guys can definitely talk about it. So yeah, you say you do want to talk to him this weekend, and that's going to be 3 weeks, and you just don't want to mess anything up. So just keep it the way that it is. Whatever date you guys have, my beautiful Stacy, keep it the way that it is. Don't change anything. But definitely do reply to him, say thank you with a kiss or a heart or whatever, a hug, whatever it is that you want to do. Just let him know that you appreciate what he sent out to you. And that's it. Well, that is very interesting. I'm going to say that just for that, I'm going to do this. Because that doesn't sound right. V Pirate taking somebody's side for $20? My dear God, what is that? Am I Elaine? I don't know. I know some people that would say yes. What happened? It was somebody into the other live saying that they're a therapist, but for $20, they'll take anybody's side. And I'm like, seriously, what kind of horrible therapist are you if you're going to be able to be bought? No way in hell. You're just going to be banned. That's it. That's awful energy. Um, yeah, seriously, honestly, if you can be bought with money for anything, then you should not be here. So, my sweetie pie, Stacy, look, look, look. Let me take out these cards over here for you. I'll give you a clarity of mind within it, right? I know, right, Elaine? I know. No, you can't know because you're not into that chat. But if you think you can buy your way into anything that has anything to do with morals or an emotional value, they're definitely not into the right job. Yeah. Yeah, they're now blocked. They're now blocked, my beautiful Elaine. So sweetie, I'm still gonna have to say over here, I need you to be a little bit onto your side, Stacy, okay? I know you want to reach out, but I'm seeing that if you do reach out, it's gonna be a little bit like some self-sabotage. Yeah. So I'm gonna say stick your guns. Stay to where you're at this moment. Okay, well that you can do. That you can definitely do. If he feels like he's ready, then go ahead with it, Stacy. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. All the way on through, I will say yes, Stacy. Yeah. You need her for M's family. I know, seriously, right? Oh, my dear God. No, I know. All right, let me give you some messages coming from him, okay, sweetie? But I have no problem with that, Stacy. No problem whatsoever. As long as you both agree that this is where you're moving upon and you're both ready, you both have enough time, then it's all good. Because I don't want you guys to return back into this cycle. That would just be more damaging and more torturous than anything else. I'm getting over here. I know that I will never meet anybody like you again. I know that I still need to grow so I can catch on up towards you. And I'm going to say yes, he does. He does still have a little bit of work to do. I wish that I could simply turn back time. I'm sorry for sometimes treating you like you're an option. And sometimes I am a little bit worried that I've kind of lost you. Oh my God, what's that? This is not the first time I get that into the live. Ah, snaps. Okay, if anybody into the other stream has kind of lost us, we'll be back in a second. I got an oh snap by Google or YouTube or I don't know what, but we're back now. Yeah. You let me know, my beautiful Stacy. But again, if you're good with it, I'll say good. Not a problem whatsoever. Okay, sweetie? Yeah. Yeah. All right. My beautiful, I'm a goat. I'm a yeah, that's my goat. You like my goat? I'm a goat, sweetie. Oh, my dear God. I hope so too, my beautiful Stacy. I know that you've worked a lot upon yourself, but I don't believe that the break was actually for you. Oh, you're a rat, aren't you, Love Shine? Oh, my dear God. I don't know. Yeah, seriously. I don't think you're a rat, Love Shine. I think you're a beautiful soul. Come into my goat family with me. So yeah, Stacy, sweetie, do what you've got to do. I know that you've done the work that you needed to do. I feel like he's done a lot too, but I still don't I have to be completely honest with you, Stacy. I don't feel like he's completely ready yet. I feel like he misses you, but I don't feel like he's completely done the work that he was supposed to do. But you'll be able to tell me that once you guys meet on up together and, a week or two kind of passes on by. Yeah, thank you, sweetie. Thank you, Terry, my love. Oh, I know, Elaine. It hurts to say that, right? Imagine if you said you were a pig or something. Like, there's a lot of animals that you do not want to be a love shine. I'm kind of not feeling excited about being a goat, but hey, what can I say? Alrighty. So you're a monkey. You're a monkey, aren't you? A monkey's good. A monkey's nice and jolly. A monkey is many beautiful things. Okay, hold on, Love Sean. I'm gonna go and answer Elaine's other question. I'm gonna be right with you. Yeah. Oh, Emma's a tiger. Oh, that sounds like a kitty cat, but I'll take it. Oh, you're a horse, Watson. Oh, no, Watson, you are not a horse. You are a stallion. Why minimize yourself to a horse? Put yourself as a stallion, sweetie. Oh, my dear God. Stacy, you've got this, my love. Sending you much love, sweetie. Let me know how it goes. All right, so let's go see Elaine's other question. I'm going to go and see our beautiful love shine. Let me put this one away. Let's go over here. What kind of music could you make? It depends a little bit what you're actually into, my love. And it does not necessarily mean, my beautiful love, that you have to, like, it could be dancing, it could be singing, it could be a lot of things that are actually into it all together. Now, quite frankly, if you want my twist onto the whole story, what I will say for you is this. I don't necessarily see you going, and I've got no problem. You can go into hip hop or dance or, heavy metal if you want to. But I'm not seeing it. But you can. There's, all different kind of people who listen to all different kind of music. Music is, it's whatever makes your soul vibe, and it's different for every single one of us. So my answer for you is going to be this one. I need you to kind of create, or to have some type of creation where it reflects the unique blend of your own personal experiences, your emotions, but also your spiritual insights. It could be beautiful ambient, it could be healing music. So it could be music that creates soothing, meditative, kind of natural sounds, gentle melodies, harmonic tones. So the type of music that could help others relax or heal, or even just kind of connect spiritually altogether. Uh, Other than that, it could also be cinematic. It could be storytelling music. Your creativity and your ability to channel emotions could lead you to compose music that could evoke different type of stories, which could be so good for different type of soundtracks or visual storytelling, which I feel could be really, really compelling and very interesting for you. It could be experimental fusion type of music, blending different type of genres all together. So that's actually what I'm getting more for you, more than anything else, Smitty. So it's up to you to see whatever you feel is good within you, to grasp those music notes, to see where those emotions actually bring you, what kind of compositions would come towards your soul that would be completely authentic, because that's where it needs to come from. It's completely worth it for you to explore different type of instruments or digital music production tools to see what kind of creativity is actually quite good for you. But that's where I see you more. Yeah. Yeah, you're a sheep, aren't you? Yeah, I'm a bad goat. So, my beautiful Elaine, it's definitely worth to look at it, to figure a little bit what is good for you into all of that, and to really just kind of pick what's going to be good for you, sweetie. But take your time. Sometimes it takes a little while. It does. And sometimes within time, our interests change. I do still like opera, but I used to love opera. Like I used to try to sing it seriously. Now I'm less, I still like it. I still love it. I still love classical music altogether. Um, but if I were to make music today, probably would not be opera, probably something else. So it's important. It changes along with where you're at, what you're going through, how you're feeling. But you have so much creativity and you have so much that is going on into your mind, into your heart, into your soul. There's so many different type of exits for you to actually use this music in different type. Honestly, I would see you more if I was to pick anything altogether. I would see you more into some type of soundtrack, like movies or, a TV show kind of some type of soundtrack for a background of something that goes into the cinema or something of the such. That's where I would see you more into. Because you've got the storyline, you've got a picture, you've got something that kind of goes along with it, and you can kind of attune that within your feelings and your soul and everything together, and it gives you like an imagery. And because you're very creative, that would actually help you to create something, I believe, that could be quite melodious. So that's what I would say more. Yeah. My perspective at all, I would see into that. If you go into anything that would be musical, I would see you more into some type of creative endeavor that has to do with movies, cinemas. It could be TV screen, anything of the such. That would be you. So my beautiful Elaine, looking forward to hear you into the next Paramount or not, I don't know. Oh, what are the other big companies? I only have Paramount that's coming to my mind. Why? I don't know. I think I watched a movie yesterday by Paramount. Looking forward to see you into that. That's it. Exactly, my beautiful Elaine. As a composer, sweetie. Absolutely. How are you doing, my beautiful Julie? How are you doing, sweetie? You definitely can, my beautiful. I'm going to go and see Love Shine and you'll be on up next. So my beautiful Elaine, I will be looking for you into the next big movie that I'm going to be watching, sweetie. I shall, my love. Honestly, look at it. It's important. There's not necessarily a lot of people who do it, who work with those type of soundtracks and creations and noises. And honestly, it's a very, very theatric, it's a very creative type of an environment where you've got like a blank canvas and there's so much that you can do with it. You would love it. You really, really would. Let me go and see over here we're going to go and see Love Shine. Okay. Okay. So, here we go for Love Shine. I don't think I put a timestamp, did I? Let me go and get a timestamp. Just give me one tiny little second. Timestamp is going to be at Elaine, sending you much love, sweetie. You've got this, Elaine. I'm looking forward to hear your creativity, sweetie. No pressure whatsoever, of course. Just looking forward towards it. Oh, you posted already. Yeah, you did. It's all the above, and you want to know if you're going to be seeing him on Wednesday, I think. So let's go like this. And I think you wanted to know if you're going to be seeing him on Wednesday, if you're going to be having a special time. Yeah. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is new. I didn't see that. You saw Cancer ride by your house. His thoughts on why did he ride by? Will you get out of town with M? And what do you need to know? Okay, so you saw him ride by your house and you're wondering what his thoughts are, right? Okie dokie. Let's go see. So you saw him right on by. I feel honestly that he was just a little bit curious. I don't feel like he was looking for anything in specific. I feel like Cancer is somebody from the past, and I feel like he needs to remain there. I feel like that's his spot. We need to forget about him altogether. He was good at some points. He was bad at some points. If we do the for the plus and the minus, he was probably a 3 out of 10 good and a 7 out of 10 bad because of everything that was kind of created with it. So I'm going to say he was a little bit curious, kind of passed on by, just out of curiosity, see maybe if he could get a glimpse of you or if you were around, but not looking for anything in specific. So I'm going to say that's pretty much what he was doing as he rode on by. Not looking for anything specific, not looking for a reconnection, not looking for anything of the such, just kind of curious. You know, what do you look like? Are you going to be outside? What are you up to? Has anything kind of changed? So feeling a little bit melancholy into a certain kind of a way, but kind of fleeting, nothing much more. Are you going to get out of town with on Wednesday? Why? What the heck is happening on Wednesday? Why are you going out of town with him on Wednesday is what I want to know. Space Cowboy? What is that? It kind of reminds me of a movie. I think I missed something there, Fonson. Okay. You want storytelling, Elaine? I say go ahead with it, sweetie pie. My Ace of Cups followed up by my Death. I'm going to say yes. You are going to be able to go on. You are going to be able to get out of town with them. So have as much fun as you can out of town with them. Have fun, sweetie pie. Enjoy it. It shall be good. It shall be prosperous. It shall be fun. It is a definite yes along the way. Yes, yes, and yes. Good night. I'm going to say his work. Yeah. Oh, his work. That's it. Good night, my beautiful Elaine, sweetie. Let me go and see. What do you need to know? Then we're going to go and pull the usual. So what do you need to know altogether? And yes, you will definitely be able to spend and go out of town with M. Ooh, new projects coming your way, new ideas coming your way at the very same time. Okay, there seems to be some type of movement. You say you're thinking about doing therapy art. Yeah, honestly, that could be a good idea altogether. Maybe that's what your new project is. I'm seeing you starting a new project over here, and I see you actually liking it. So there's a new project that is actually coming on through that you are going to like, that's going to allow you to take somewhat of a break and to release. So makes sense with your actual therapy, sweetie. But there is also like a throwback into the past. So I feel like there is something is going to be happening family-wise. So this has absolutely nothing to do with your sweetie pie. Yeah, that I feel is like, I feel like it has to do with your brother and everything as such and your dad. I feel like there's some melancholy that's going to be coming a little bit your way into the following 2-3 weeks for some reason. So there's a little bit of sadness that is there that you do need to know about. But other than that, I see new projects. I see over here a beautiful creative spark for you. And I see new opportunities coming your way. These new opportunities seem to be giving you a certain freedom. So I'm going to say good for you. Other than that, I also feel like in what you need to know is that a lot of what you're doing at this moment, you're doing, but onto your own side. I feel like a lot of movement that you're doing is good for you, not necessarily for other people or anything of the such. I feel like it is good for you. So I feel like you're thinking about you, you're doing things for you, and it seems to be really, really quite proactive onto that kind of a way. I do also see a lot of romance. I do see a lot of charm coming on through. So that is really, really quite good. I know you're trying to heal, sweetie. I know it's really getting to you. I do not believe that it has to do with probate, though. I don't. But I feel like there is some type of melancholy. There is some type of a connection that is happening between you and your brother. It could simply be a conversation, my beautiful love shine. It could be that you're going to be having a conversation with your brother. It's going to kind of spark on off different type of emotions, different thoughts about the past. And I feel like memories are going to kind of, come on back. So there's definitely a throwback into the past within memories, within your dad, within your brother. That is going to be happening. But I see this over here a little bit onto the side. I know that you're trying to heal, my sweetie, and I'm going to say good for you for doing so. The art therapy, great idea. I love it. It's going to do you a lot of good. No, there's nothing bad. There's nothing bad happening, love shine. Whatever seems to be happening over here is just like thinking back about the past. Like you would sit on down and you would think, oh my God, I miss that person, or I miss this, or I miss that. But it's the sadness that is there, that is present, but it's fleeting. It's there for a certain amount of time and it just kind of goes away. There's nothing bad. There's no bad circumstances or anything horrible that is happening within it. It is just really that moment in time. You are feeling a little bit, but you're with your brother. You're definitely with your brother at that moment. And you're kind of thinking about the past. And it seems to be good memories, but it seems to bring a little bit of sadness. Other than that, like I said, good ideas, beautiful ideas coming your way that are important for you to know also. There's nothing bad. Hooroo, arrivederci, sweetie, and go and have yourself a nap, my dear Sean, sweetie. Good night, love. Good night. Now, my beautiful, sun up until sundown. How's your sweetie pie feeling about you? Let's go and see. Sun up until sundown. How are we feeling? And what is happening already? Okay, sweetie. So here we go. Answer for you is this. I feel like his feelings for you are kind of evolving through the day. Into the morning, he feels more warmth. He feels more excitement. As the day kind of moves on forward, he feels more joy and he feels like there's that sense of renewal. And as the day progresses a little bit more, I feel like he gets into reflection, into longing, into missing you, into showing that we want to have a desire, we want to have a connection, we want to have that emotional closeness with you. So I'm basically going to say that we go from waking on up a little bit into a place where we feel the love, we feel the warmth, we feel the beginning of the day, to moving on forward to more of a deep bond, to more passion, to him reaffirming his attraction and his beautiful emotional investment towards you. Now, if we go and see how he's actually feeling towards the wife. How does he feel towards the wife? Up next is MZ, I believe. So how are you feeling towards the wife? The wife is particular into a certain way. I feel as though towards the wife, it is a complex dynamic, is the way I'm going to put it. There's the responsibility, there's the connection that is rooted into the history, into everything that is kind of practical between them. However, I believe that there is somewhat of an emotional detachment. There is a dissatisfaction that is there. I feel like he feels like there is always something that is missing. So I feel like he's with her for a sense of obligation, fairness, duty. I don't feel like there is warmth. I don't feel like there is passion. I don't feel like all those beautiful feelings that he feels towards you, that he is feeling them towards her. It is more of a question of, this is my duty, this is what I must do, this is what I chose, this is what I must fulfill. And that's what he's doing. No issues happening though today. I'm not going to say there's anything horrible that is happening in any kind of way. Yeah. How does he feel for you? Towards you? You take away all his fears, you take away all his pain. You bring in the vibrant, you bring in the passion, you show to him, and you actually give him. He admires you, he admires your confidence. And I know that you'll say, "What?" And I'll say, "Yes," because I know that you admire his confidence, but he admires yours, your charm, your magnetic energy. His emotions towards you are always kind of fresh, they're always renewed every single day. They are overflowing. He is full of love. He is full of positivity. And he confirms to you within, I'm going to say, his heart and his soul that you are his romantic ideal. And that you do inspire him, I'm going to say, to follow his heart and to follow his dreams at all times. So, nothing but goodness over here. Loving messages from the tarot. I'm going to say hope, and I'm going to say guidance into a certain introspection. Hope and guidance. I feel as though the love messages from tarot coming from him is that you need to trust into the divine timing, and you need to trust the unfolding of your connection. I feel as though this is about encouraging patience and nurturing this bond. I feel like you guys both need to have strength, because this is going to assure that, yes, you do have the love, you do have the understanding, and you do have the resilience to continue on to this path forward. Basically, stay truthful to your love and let your love blossom, but into the most beautiful and natural kind of ways. I know, sweetie. I did, Watson. I did. I don't know what you forgot about, but I don't know. I'm there. I've got you, my beautiful Julie, here on up next, my love. That's it, my beautiful love shine. You have to stay true to your love. You have to stay true to your connection. And you have to stay trustful about your connection. And that's what is the most important thing altogether, my beautiful love shine. Within that, you're good for gold. Know that he loves you with all his heart and you love him. Know that you're a little bit his safeguard, and so is he. So if you're lost into the ocean, you guys will both find each other onto that same little, I want to say, buoy, onto the same safety little boat, if you will. And you're both very important one for the other. You're both saving one from the other within your love, within your attention. And you both bring that certain solace, if you will, and peacefulness to life, which is really, really important, as much for you as for him. So continue to stay true towards it, my sweet love. And I'm going to say, enjoy your Wednesday with him. I'm excited for you, sweetie. I'm going to go and see what is happening over here. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to go and see our beautiful MZ. Just give me 1 brief second. Alrighty, so, let's go. Where did I go? Okay, here we go. You're not Delulu, sweetie, in any kind of a way. You're definitely not Delulu. No, you're not. There's no Delulu-ness happening over here, but let me go and answer your questions. Hold on. You're stubborn to the delusion. Oh my God, you're so funny. Okay, let me go see if you're here before I get into this. Oh, my beautiful love shine. Love you, sweetie. Have a lovely evening, sweetie pie. We're going to finish up the live tonight, my dear Watson and Lilith, at 10 o'clock, so in 15 minutes, okay? I suddenly got the hiccups for no good reason. Sweet Lord. Um, could you become an art therapist, or is it talking about something else? Well, an art therapist, if you become an art therapist, you're going to have to do a lot of schooling, sweetie. So maybe not an art therapist unless you want to go to school for a certain amount of time. Um, yeah. No, I feel like it's you taking out your different feelings and thoughts and emotions onto some type of art in any kind of a way. May it be painting, may it be, yeah. I don't necessarily see it as being a art therapist, but if that is something that you wish to do, you can definitely do it too, sweetie. There's different ways of going about it. There's different classes. Maybe there's different type of levels. Maybe there's counseling. Maybe there's all different kind of levels that you can get within that I don't know about. So you could do it, but I see it more as something that is releasing you, that is making you feel good, that is making you feel strong. And at the same time, it's beautiful art that you're going to be able to actually hang around your house, sweetie. Yes. No, no, I know it's not, but it kind of is. Like I feel like there's different type of classes that you have to take towards it because otherwise it's just like an art class. So I'm going to say there's different type of classes that you can definitely take into different type of counselings or maybe not a counseling, but maybe more of a certain type of therapy. It could be with a certain age. It could be for certain problems. It could be, but that you're going to have to search within. I have no idea. Are there different levels to it that you can do? Absolutely, no doubt about it. But what I'm seeing into the reading is that this will do a lot of good for you, yourself personally. If that is something that you would like to do with other people, then you can definitely look into it. But towards you, it'll be perfect. Yes, absolutely, my love. I don't close no doors to nothing, sweetie pie. Everything is possible. Oh, my beautiful Julie, I was going to ask you about your new tank. Yeah, you let me know what that looks like. I want to know. Oh, there you go. It's already there. That's what you sent me. Oh my God, that is huge. Yes. Oh my dear gosh. All right. So I'm going to say Chestnut's going to be happy in that. Oh my dear God. If I'm going to have to show you how big, I kid you not. I think my fish tanks are, so much smaller than yours. And when I go into the pet shops, I kid you not, they're in little, some of them are floating around in aquariums, but most of them, because they are purchased really, really quite quickly, there's like 20 of them or so, they're in tiny little containers of like 500 ml, and they must have like 200 ml of water, and they just kind of fish around into that. I kid you not. Like you can put those little guys in cognac glasses, and they're really quite fashionable. Some people really put them, I kid you not, in tiny little glasses because they look all cute and because they're very antisocial. That being said, yours is definitely being a king over here. Definitely. I love it, sweetie. You've got like the whole system going on. I do like it. I do. It's a mansion. I know. I know. I know they came into a little box. It's huge. It's huge, honestly. And I'm talking about the fish tank here, guys. It's a huge fish tank. What is that? Do you have it? No, you do not. You will never hear me sing opera, sweetie pie. I said I tried singing. You're curious to hear me singing? Yeah, you're such a sweetie pie. No, I don't do that. No. I did do that a long, long, long time ago when I was a little girl. I do actually sing. I do sing, but I will never sing on YouTube. I know. That is for me into my car, and it is for my mom. I have sang with my mom because my mom does. I do come from a family who sings. Yeah, they're like very strong and very good musicians. That being said, the only thing I do is sing, and I do it to myself or with myself. Oh my dear God. Oh yeah, you guys are sweetie pies. That is kept between me and my Mazda. All right. Yeah. If only my car could speak. Oh la 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 la. Alrighty, so here we go. Yeah, I know, right? Oh la 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 la. Yeah, you're such a sweetie pie. One day, a long time ago, I kid you not, I don't know what the heck I did. I guess I called well, at the time being, it was not my ex, but it was the evil man. I had called the evil man, I guess, without knowing, but I was singing a song into the car, and I went into the voicemail, and all he could hear after was me singing onto the voicemail. Oh my dear God. That being said, my beautiful Julie, here we go. Let's leave me and my singing aside. Let's go and see over here what we've got going on for you, because I am not the main attraction. So, Wheel of Fortune popping on through. Alrighty. What do we have? So, are you Delulu? You're definitely not. Yeah, I know. No, that is not happening. No. So no, you know what? Your feelings are completely valid. Your connection with M holds beautiful significance. You know that it does too. It's just that stress that is kind of coming over you and making you stress altogether. You both have a very deep bond, a very potential, very strong alignment into your paths. It's just that at this moment in time, you're a little bit stuck into that hanged man kind of position where there's delays and there's different type of shifts that are happening, and you guys need to kind of realign to fully be onto the right path and onto the same path together, right? So it is not a question of being delusional in any kind of a way. This is about you believing in love. It's about you believing in destiny. It's about you believing onto the path that you guys have had and where you're at and all the way that this has actually brought you to this moment. So it is actually really, really quite essential for you to remain grounded and to allow the relationship to really just unfold, sweetie pie, naturally without forcing any outcomes. We just really need to let things kind of move on together. So it is, are you Delulu? Absolutely not, sweetie. You guys are meant to be together, but every once in a while, even when we're meant to be together, there are shifts and there are, I'm going to say, deviations upon our path that make us reconsider, make us a little bit stronger, make us figure out different kind of things so that we can truly know where we need to be, how we need to move on forward. So, yeah. How does M think you feel about him right now? And does he know everything that you've been through between yesterday and today? He does not know everything you've been through yesterday and today, sweetie pie. He is not grasping that type of an energy at this moment in time. He senses your strong emotions, that there's no doubt, because you're always seen as being that beautiful queen. You're always that queen of cups. You're always that beautiful empress. So your deep emotional energy is always there for him. However, I feel as though he does not know that you're feeling overwhelmed, does not know that you are into this moment of turmoil, this moment. That he has no idea whatsoever. Into his mind, he does not know. Into his mind, he's doing his own things. He's moving on forward, and that's the way that things are going. That's the way he goes into his mind. He doesn't necessarily think about what you're thinking, how you're feeling. It's about how Emmett, and that's part of his selfishness. We have talked about his selfishness and that side about him a few times into that past. The selfishness is still there. It's not going away. So into his mind, he's thinking about him. He's doing his own things. He's working onto his socials. He's doing what he's got to do. He needs his own time where he's not being bothered and he's just doing his own stuff. That's what he's doing. He's not thinking necessarily about the repercussions. Why? Because into the past, quite frankly, you have always been there. And you guys have always refound each other. So why into his mind would he think that, well, okay, you're not going to be there this time around? Why would he think that? You've always been there. You guys have always been together. You have always supported him. You have been there for him through the years, through all different kind of, roller coasters and all different kind of things. There is no reason for him to think otherwise. So into his mind, he's doing what he's got to do. And he's not necessarily reflecting on maybe how you are feeling towards all of this, which I know is absurd. I know that it is completely not okay, but this is the way that he's dealing with things, and it's the way that his mind is working on through. He might end up thinking about it. He might end up worrying about it into, a couple days or into a week or two. But for the moment, it is about him and himself. That's what he's thinking about. Mm-hmm. I know we do. I know we do. He's not blocking you, and it's not a question of getting rid of you. There's no reason to get rid of you. There's nothing you have done. There's nothing that you have created in any kind of a way. This is really just a question of him thinking about him needing to focus on him, and that's it. It has nothing to do with blocking. It has nothing to do with anything of the such. There is no reason for it. It is not one message per week or two messages per week that make him think, oh my God, I must block. No, absolutely not. It is him focusing onto his own things, not thinking about anything else. Well, so that you can regain, but also so that he can regain at the very same time. Now, is he going through a spiritual awakening at this moment? I like the idea of it. I truly do. I feel like he's into an awakening. He's into a deep spiritual awakening that I'm a little bit unsure of. All right. Okay. So is he going through a spiritual awakening right now? What does it mean? I feel like at this moment, he's a little bit kind of going through it. I see you, Watson. But I feel like the awakening that he's going through also has an upheaval, if you will, and a certain transformation. I feel like he's into a very, very pivotal time. And this is about him being called to align to his higher purpose. I feel like he's embracing this different type of transformation that is coming around for him. I feel like he's into the potential for a lot of new beginnings. He's into the completion of a lot of past cycles, and he's into the creation of a beautiful new cycle. So there's a lot of things that are kind of combining themselves all together. So I'm not going to say that it is just one. I feel like it's a lot of things. I feel like it's a new beginning. I feel like it's closing past cycles. I feel like it's a creation of a new cycle that is coming, but a new cycle where you guys are together. But it's also about him transforming. It's about him changing. It's about him really, truly becoming who he wants to be and how he wants to actually realize his life and his dreams and his desires. So there's a lot of things that are all combining themselves up together that are going to align to give the type of relationship that you would like to have. But he needs to do this. When we speak about how he has a lot of things that he's doing, he has a lot of things he needs to figure out. These are part of these things. So is he into a transformation? Yes, he is, but on multi levels. And he needs to figure those out, and he needs to place himself into the right place in order to be the man that you need him to be, in order for you guys to have the relationship with the respect that you deserve to have. Exactly, my beautiful Julie. Exactly. He is ending the old cycle, so he is in some kind of way a little bit rebirthing. Absolutely, sweetie. He's into a completely different place, my beautiful Julie. Last year, he was into a place where he had a lot of pain, where he had a lot of sorrow, and he had a lot of undefined, I'm going to say, answers. He didn't really know where to find himself and how to move on forward. I feel like this year he has acknowledged the pain that has happened. He has acknowledged the wounds that he has and that he has had for the longest of time. and that he's working on surmounting, on passing on through. He's working on connecting to himself onto a different level than he ever has. He is working on getting that spiritual enlightenment into a different level that he never has neither. He was never necessarily able to get your messages up until a few months ago. Now he's able to get them. He's able to, even if they are onto a subconscious level, he is receiving them. He is able to analyze them. He is getting himself spiritually into a higher level than he's ever been into. And he is acknowledging the way he acts, how he feels. And he is slowly making those efforts towards trying to be the person that he wishes and desires to be. He has gone to get help. He is seeking help every single week. He's doing a lot of changes. It's just that sometimes those changes are not necessarily aligning with the pace that we would like them to be into. But that is his pace. So we need to follow his pace since you're in alignment with his. Yes, exactly. Absolutely, my love. Mm-hmm. Let me just go over here one moment. And just one second. Alrighty, I'm gonna go and see our dear Watson now, and I believe that our donations are also closed for tonight. But anybody that is with us, we shall be back tomorrow. Alrighty, let me do this. Absolutely. Let me go see Julie. All right, my beautiful love, there is still nobody else into the cards other than you, sweeties. So you are still the only focus for him, my beautiful love. I don't know which screen you're looking at. You're probably more into this one. So there is still just you, my love. There is nobody else, sweetie pie. You can go and work onto your workings. Everything is good, sweetie. We are definitely going to keep things working onto this way. And we're just going to go with the flow is what we're going to do, my beautiful Julie. We're going to go with the flow with what we need to do, how we need to do it. And that's it. We're just going to make everything make sense along with that, okay? Absolutely. We are definitely, absolutely. There is only you and nobody else, my sweet love. My dear Watson, I am going to close up and Lilith, I'm going to close up the short feeds for the moment. Please do come back and see us tomorrow. Anybody who is into the shorts feed, we're into the live stream onto the normal feed. We'll be back tomorrow, same place, same time. Absolutely, Sunday, sweetie. So shutting off the shorts feed. See you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m. Same place, same time. Watson, see you on the other side, sweetie pie.